Hi, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 39 of Power Networking Media's weekly feature program, Spotlight on Small Business. I'm your host, Moshe Klein. Spotlight introduces you to successful small business owners who share content and information that you don't want to miss. Thanks for taking a moment to like this YouTube video and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today, I'm especially pleased to welcome my longtime friend and networking partner, Nadia Belsky. Nadia is the Chief Creative Officer, I think that's a good title, at FreshBrain Web Development and Design. Nadia, welcome to Spotlight on Small Business.
Thank you for having me, Moshe.
It's truly my pleasure, Nadia. I have to do a full disclosure here. I've been hesitant to invite you on the program because I was afraid to share you with my friends and networking partners. Very selfish on my part, but with good reason, because I do want to give you a shameless shout out. You're the one behind my accounting firm's website for many years, and it's so beautiful, works perfectly, and really, really does the trick with our clients in terms of sharing information about our firm's products and services and everything else. And also you manage and handle our Power Networking Teams website, two beautiful websites that I hope our listeners will check out if they haven't already. But here you are today, and I do feel comfortable enough in our friendship and in our relationship that you're never going to neglect me. Do I have your promise?
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and I will never stop. Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I trust you, and I'm now ready to move forward. I'm comfortable enough. So let's jump right into it. For small business owners who are watching the show today and who may have a website, but may not feel that it's the best website that can represent them and their small business, or small business owners who don't yet have a website, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you help small business clients.
Well, basically what we do is we try to help small businesses communicate their products and services. We start with the messaging, and I think that is the most important item in all of communication, is communicating what it is that you sell, whether it be a product or a service. And then the website and the graphics and all of that has to support your message so that your prospects can clearly understand the value of what you're offering. It's really important to put all of your benefits up front. And then make sure,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I always call it a business card on the internet. Isn't that really what a website is for a small business owner?
Absolutely. I think even for me, when I'm introduced to a new business, the first thing I do is I search on the web to see who they are, who the people are, how to get in touch with them, and what they're offering. Those are really the things. And then I look at their website, how professional it is. How much time do they take to really put the right content together to communicate about their business? I think all of that makes a difference in your presentation. That's really a part of all of that.
So what are you explained that so beautifully, but let me pull on a thread a little bit. Sure. And let's drill down to the next level. What are some of the ABCs of a basic but very effective website? Things like a headshot or a business logo. What are some of the must-haves on a website in your professional opinion?
The must-haves are definitely your brand, which is your logo. I think your colors, they have to be consistent throughout. Don't just have a hodgepodge. I also think that there's brand content that you have and brand identity. So your photos have to support that. Also, your wording has to support that. You have to sound like what your brand is. Because if there's a disconnection, people are not going to take you seriously. They may not necessarily know why something doesn't seem congruent, but they will get a feeling of that. So I think that's really important. It may take a little bit more time to put all of that together, but it's definitely worth it.
You know, when you use the word consistent or consistency, you know what comes to mind is a long-term plan of action. You and I have been in business long enough to know you could spend $1 million on a television ad or a radio ad, and you go on, it might be the best produced ad, but you put it out once, you're going to probably get zero response. You have to get out there and stay out there. Brand identity, brand development. So maybe could you talk briefly, Nadia, a little bit about how important it is to be consistent, but to also manage your website with updated information. To put something out there is good, but it really is only step one. You have to constantly massage your website to be relevant and updated. Isn't that correct, Nadia?
That is absolutely correct, correct, Moshe. I think I find that a lot of people will do a website and that's it, and they don't go back and touch it for years, even though something may have changed. I understand that, it's the same people, the same address, but businesses evolve and your clients evolve. So you need to think about how you talk to a small business is completely different how you will talk to a Fortune 500 company, because they have different needs. So you have to know what your audience is and you have to speak to them. So you have to consistently revise, evolve, and keep growing with your business or where you're moving in your direction. Also, I find a lot of times people will do one thing, they have a website. Well, I have a website. Well, that's not the only thing that's going to get you business. You have to do, you have to promote your website. You have to maybe send out email campaigns about your website. There's social media. Like you, for example, I know you use social media a lot, and I think it's been very successful for you. You have to keep promoting. You have to be in front of people on a regular basis. And again, it's not just, oh, here's my website, but provide a tip. Show some benefits of working with you. There's so many different ways to get connected with people, and I don't think people are doing enough of it. You can't do one thing and then think that everyone's going to run to it. It doesn't work that way.
Nadia, I really honestly could talk to you all day because you're so knowledgeable and you explain things in such a user-friendly way. But believe it or not, we are almost out of time. I want to try to squeeze in one more question based on something you just touched on a moment ago. And that's, being out there and being visible, having a great website. Let's fast forward now. So you pick up a new client, a small business owner. They're really good in their industry. You capture all of that and you've got a beautiful website, but nobody could find that website. There's such a thing as SEO, search engine optimization. In the few seconds we have left, Nadia, can you explain what that is and how that works and why it's important for every small business owner to understand?
Yes, absolutely. It's really important because just because you have a nice website and it may be phenomenal, if somebody can't find you and they don't know who you are, it's useless to you. So there are certain things that we do in the websites that search engines pick up and rank you where you are. One of the most important things that will rank you is the value of your content. It used to be more like keywords and certain things like titles, and those are still important. We still use them today, but really it's the content. How much time people spend on your website is what ranks you higher. If someone spends 10 minutes on your website, the search engines think that you have more value than someone who's only there for 30 seconds.
Well, Nadia, clearly we have touched on some important things, but I think we need to invite you back as a guest, not only one more time, but several times. There's so much to talk about, things that are probably simple and self-explanatory to you, but to tech dummies like me and many other people, they're not so easy. We need to have somebody like you bring to our attention what we should be doing, what we should be looking out for. So please do accept my invitation to come back again.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to come back.
Continue the dialogue. But for now, we have to wrap it up. How can some of our listeners that would like to maybe take the conversation offline, speak to you one-on-one for a free and confidential consultation, how can they reach you, Nadia?
Absolutely. They can go to my website, which is freshbrainideas.com, or feel free to email me at nadia@freshbrainideas.com. I'm always available and I'm always happy to talk to people, and the consultation is always free. And I'm also happy to offer suggestions or what I think would make things better.
fantastic. I hope people do reach out to you. And if anybody wants a shameless shout out or a testimonial, what it's like to work with Nadia Belsky from FreshBrain Web Design and Development, you could reach out to me directly and I'll tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Reach out to Nadia. Thank you, Nadia, for taking
Thank you
time
so
out of
much.
what I know is a busy day and being a guest on our program.
Thank you, Moshe.
If you'd like to be a guest on Spotlight, all you've got to do is send an email to team@powernetworkingteam.com and we'll make those arrangements right away. Until next time and next episode, good luck and good networking, everyone.